Hello, Frozies! McFrozen Nuggets here, coming to you with another video! And today I'm doing a review that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, ever since I first got this gal. Is the review on the first wave of the new Disney Pixar Cars Glow Racers. Now, I think some of you are probably wondering, why are they called Glow Racers? Well, it's very simple. They glow in the dark. Now, obviously, this isn't the first time that Mattel has done these kinds of things, but before we get into that, let's take a look at the packaging. And here is the packaging, all of which feature Lightning McQueen on them. And actually, all the name tags are slightly different colors. McQueen has green, whereas Mater and Cruz have yellow. And yeah, right there, glows in the dark. How freaking awesome is that? And here are the backs of all of them. All of which just simply show each other, basically. And by the way, I got all of these at Target. Cruz I actually got at a Target fairly close to me, and the other two I got at a different one. Now, one of the reasons why I've been wanting to get do a review on all three of these guys is mainly just because of the fact that I've been excited to get them. And things just kept getting in the way for some obvious reasons. But yeah, I'm actually gonna start with the one that I can't exactly compare or do any direct comparisons, which is Mater. Unfortunately, I don't have a Mater with a headset, so we're just gonna have to settle with the regular Mater. But it's actually that's close enough, because the only real difference aside from the different design is obviously the headset. The closest, this is actually the model, or rather the look, is actually based off the Cars 2 Race Team Mater with headset. And when I actually do get my hands on that guy, I will compare him to this one right here. Obviously, different expressions. He does have his mouth filled in, basically. His engine's a nice yellow color. Same with his headlight. Really love this headset. This is actually the first car Statcast I've ever gotten with a headset. Surprising, I know. There's that really cool Rusty's logo, which is the same Rusty's logo that was on McQueen's design at the beginning of Cars 3, with the one he crashed with. This just simply, it's in yellow, instead of the Tomater Tony and Salvage stuff. Here's the back. Now just a quick little disclaimer, I actually did paint him up a little bit, like I added the red lights right here, basically off of this Mater. And I also painted a few little crevices and whatnot to make him look a little bit more complete. If you watch RC Cars 5's review of these three, which I'll link into in the description below, along with the card suggestion in the top right hand corner, you'll see that the sprayers that Mattel kind of uses over in Thailand for these diecasts, they don't really get into all the crevices and whatnot. But unfortunately, since Mater is kind of like a matte finish, the red apple paint, which is just simply some acrylic from Apple Barrel, actually works pretty well, and especially considering the fact that, as you can see, it is a matte surf paint. So again, definitely works very well for him. Yeah, right here, this is one of the crevices I was talking about. It was kind of really gross and whatnot, looking like it's eroded. And same thing was under here. But I just simply painted that in with some nice red. And he does still have his classic A113 license plate, which is a nod to the iconic CalArts classroom, where a lot of Pixar, or really a lot of great animation minds went to. And here's the base. His base is red. I actually also did paint the border around his base, so it'll look a little bit more like it's continuing from his body. S29A, meaning he was made in the 29th week of 2023 at the A factory. So yeah, I absolutely love this mare. I love the fact that he has that nice expression. And unfortunately, I can't exactly compare him to the NASCAR version. But the NASCAR version actually went the cheaper China route and having the back portion be plastic. Whereas here, coming from Thailand, the whole thing is metal, which is a huge plus. So that is it for Mater. Now let's get on to Cruz Ramírez. Now obviously she's not really that different compared to her original variant. But I do still really like the creamy sort of yellow color she has. Yeah, I also really like her expression here. Like it kind of, her left eyelid is kind of curling up a little bit more. Kind of shows her personality a little bit. Kind of showing a bit more of a confident sort of smile. Similar to how she was at the end of Cars 3 after the Florida 500. Mouth is still the same. Honestly, Mattel, you really need to kind of change up the expressions on Cruz a little bit. Not just in the eyes, but the mouth as well. She has the iconic Dynaco in number 51, paying tribute to Doc Hudson. She actually doesn't have her contingency sponsors down here, which is a little odd. Probably because they were in a really sort of awkward position. Location, I should say. She still has her blue rims. She actually doesn't have the light year text, which is also kind of interesting. Kind of reminds me of some of the carnival racers in that regard. There's the Apatosaurus looping around the fender. Yes, in case you don't know, this species of dinosaur is an Apatosaurus. The same one used on the back of the Dynaco logo on the back here. Come on, I can't. Oh, come on. Thank you. The same dinosaur that's used on the Dynaco logo on Cruz's back, and also the same one that was used on the Dynaco logo in the original Toy Story. There's the number 51 on Cruz's roof. Window bars, Dynaco logo on the spoiler, on the flares. There's the gas cap. And there's the Dynaco logo that I kind of mentioned on Cruz's back here with the 51. And actually, this is the first variation of Cruz where she actually does not have her yellow rookie stripes. As obviously, it is now 6 years. She's now 6 years removed from her rookie year, which started at the end of Cars 3. Here's the base. S30A. 30 means she was made a week after Mater. Yeah, that is it for Dynaco Cruz Ramírez from the Glow Racers line. And last but not least is Lightning McQueen. The reason why I kind of saved him for last because there's quite a bit to talk about him. Because I don't have just the the original Intro Rusties McQueen to compare him to, but also the Neon Racer McQueen. And also, the NASCAR McQueen, which I'll also grab. But obviously, we'll start with the Intro Rusties McQueen. He does have a different expression, and I do agree with RC Cars 5 / Mr. Docky on this. If the expression is looking off to a side, that makes it a whole lot. It actually gives the diecast a whole lot more personality and a lot more character. And he also has a different mouth expression too. It's actually the same mouth expression. And I talked about this with my Road Trip McQueen. He actually has the same mouth expression as the Road Trip McQueen, along with the Fabulous Lightning McQueen, and the Rusty's Racing Center McQueen. I guess this mouth expression from McQueen is actually kind of popular. There's the Rusty's logo. Obviously just simplified to being yellow. I actually kind of like how they even made this little mini bolt right here yellow, whereas before it was just red. and the headlights are just simply like decals, whereas there's like an indentation for them. And actually, I fairly recently. Nick All-Star Brawl 2 picture just fell and landed right in front of me. I'm leaving that in just because of how funny that was. Anyway, I actually noticed that the headlights are it was actually the same case on the Road Trip McQueen as well. No sort of indentation for them. So yeah, just wanted to point that out really quick. McQueen's bolts are also a nice yellow. Here's the side. And he does have red rims, but no Lightyear text. Again, kind of similar to the Carnival Racers McQueen. I'm actually going to zoom in here just to see how clear those contingency sponsors are. Piston Cup, Octane Gain, RPM, Revolting, and Clutch Aid. They aren't great, for obvious reasons, but I would say they're actually pretty alright for Thailand. Obviously, the China one is pretty much almost always going to win, but these ones actually don't look that bad, to be honest. There's his bolt with the number 95 and the newer Rusty's logo they used at the beginning of Cars 3. There's the gas cap. He does still have his signature on both sides of the roof. There's the 95 as well. He also has some like yellow stripes right here, which I really like. And honestly, this is just on mine, but I absolutely hate the fact that there's a little schmutz right here in the middle of the 9. And unfortunately can't scrape it off because it's like under the finish that Thailand uses for these cars. And it actually does have opaque windows as opposed to the translucent windows. So you can see my finger through there. Whereas here, not at all. Rusty's logo on the back. And other than the decals being different colors, this really the only real big difference between the Glow Racers McQueen and the original Intro Rusty's McQueen. He does still have the number 95 on his left taillight. But they actually moved the Rusty's logo down from between the taillights to the bumper and actually made it significantly bigger. So which is interesting. And also they even made the spokes holding the spoiler down in a nice yellow color, which is also interesting. And here's the base if you're interested. S29A. So I think he was... No. Yeah, he was made the same week as Mater. Oh, and before I forget, he does have the punch holes so he can be towed by that Mater with the working tow hook. Which I did talk about in my original review of Mater with the working tow hook. You can see right here. Boom. Yeah, and actually I think this is the first sort of expanded universe variant of McQueen that actually has that. As all the other ones are variations of McQueen that appeared in the movies or in Cars on the Road. Or the Cars tunes as well. So yeah, definitely really like that. And yeah, here's the NASCAR variant of McQueen. As this, along like the Glow Racer, focuses on the Intro Rusty's paint job, as opposed to the Rusty's Race Car McQueen that I just showed you, and the Cars 3 Remembrance McQueen. Although obviously, all the NASCAR diecasts were made in Vietnam, whereas all of these are made in Thailand. And actually, one similarity I want to point out is that the NASCAR McQueen has a white 95 on the taillight, like the Glow Racer version. So yeah. And then here is the Neon Racer McQueen. Now obviously I didn't get all of them, I didn't get all the Transcontinental Racer Champions diecasts back in the day. At this point, I just want to get all the different variations of McQueen to kind of build up my McQueen collection. This is currently the only one that I have from that line, from After Cars 2. And obviously these were kind of meant to look like they glow, but unfortunately they didn't. They were just simply like neonified version of the World Grand Prix racers. He does still look cool though. Obviously this was basically, the neon race was basically took place in Tokyo, Japan. Now obviously, comparatively, this one's very, very different, as these don't exactly look like these don't actually have like the neon serve effect. And that's because, again, these are actually meant to glow. I will say though, they still look really nice together. Actually, similar mouths too. I've said this a few times. I think the glow racers are gonna be like this generation's neon racers. But obviously, the biggest difference is that fact that, again, unlike the neon racers, the glow racers will actually glow. Now, as I kind of alluded to earlier, this isn't the first time Mattel has done glow-in-the-dark cars diecast, as in late 2018, they did some glow-in-the-dark mini racers. Now, unfortunately, compared to these ones, these don't really glow all that well. Oh, Danny and Tim definitely glow rather decently. And my Cruz has a big chip right on the front. That freaking sucks. I honestly hope to possibly get replacements of those guys. At least Cruz, along with McQueen and Jackson. And I also get the newer UFM Mater and Mador, which those actually glow a lot more similarly to these guys. And actually, I will actually show a clip of these actually glowing in the dark. So yeah, look at these guys. And I do have a couple of the mini racers. I have Danny and Tim. Yeah, compared to these glow racers, they are absolutely put to shame. Yeah, I just simply use this to kind of try and get these guys to glow. Cruz is obviously the best one because of the fact that her entire body glows in the dark, as opposed to McQueen and Mayer having only parts of themselves, or parts of them glow. Although I will say, I think McQueen is still kind of my favorite, just simply because of the fact that he's the main character, and I really like seeing his bolt glow in the dark. Yeah, here's Cruz. They actually do just get nice. Yeah, there you go. Now you can kind of see her a little bit better. I actually think using this kind of blue light is definitely one of the best ways to get these to glow. Yeah, this kind of like, obviously this is similar to what you saw in my sneak peek of these guys. Again, don't you agree with RC Cars 5 and me on this? Cruz legit looks like a ghost straight out of the Cars on the Road after the lights out. And my camera just wants to have a hard time focusing on these guys. Oh, come on. Even when I back her up, it still doesn't want to focus. Fuck you, camera. Well, at least my one F-bomb is possibly gonna be enough to keep this from getting marked as for kids. I know Piston Cup Productions deals with them pretty much almost daily. So that's Cruz. Next up is gonna be Mater. I actually kind of find it funny that with both McQueen and Mater, their mouths and their eyes glow. Though I think Though I think in reality, it's just mainly to kind of show that, hey, these guys have faces. Don't get mad at us or be afraid of them when they're in the dark. Don't think that they have faces. They absolutely do. Yeah, I'm just making sure that Mater's glowing pretty well. Yeah, there's Mater. Yeah, his hood's definitely popping off pretty freaking good. Yeah, I actually noticed that even his teeth kind of glow. Just gonna shine out on him for a little bit. Yeah, right there. You can see his teeth right there. Yeah, I'm sorry my camera keeps being uncooperative with these because of the fact that, again, it's kind of dark. But what are you gonna do? This is back, and there's the other side. And finally, Lightning McQueen. Unfortunately, I'm kind of running out of space on my camera for more recording, so I'm gonna need to take a little break and maybe get one of these files ported over to my laptop so I can finish this review. Oh yeah. That Rusty's logo on McQueen's hood, if my camera will focus. There we go. That Rusty's logo, that's sexy looking. That is real sexy looking Lightning. And his bolt on the side is unfortunately fading a little bit. So I'll get that glowing a little bit more, along with his back. Oh yeah! See? I told you. I fucking told you. Dude, the thing is right in front of you. Just focus on it. You gotta be kidding me, man. There! Now, again, I told you that this thing was gonna look badass. Now see, same thing for the other side. It's actually kind of cool how on the camera the outline kind of fades away when the light comes over. Oh yeah! And then the back, this Rusty's logo on the back looks freaking awesome when it's glowing. Look at that! Yeah, you just barely saw it right there. So yeah. You can't really see them too well now, unfortunately. Yeah, there we go. So now let's get back into the light and finish this review. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this review. As I kind of said earlier, I will link to the review of these guys in the description from RC Cars 5. I'll also link to the reviews of the 4-pack from Piston Cup Productions in the description below, along with the card suggestion, if I remember to put it up there. But yeah, absolutely love these guys. I think they're easily some of the best glow-in-the-dark cars diecast we've gotten from Mattel to date. I mean, especially when compared to the mini racers from 5 years ago. I mean, Mattel, by this point, you have the idea of glow-in-the-dark cars diecast nailed down. I mean, you have the mini racers, you have the color changers, you have different expanded universe lines, you have the main line, and now you have glow in the dark shit. I mean, come on. Mattel, you're living it up. You're living it up as far as the Cars line goes. And I'm just so happy that even now, despite Disney literally losing money left and right, the Cars franchise is still in fairly healthy shape. Even with Cars on the Road being one of the newest additions to the franchise, it didn't disrespect the past. It just simply added to it. But yeah, minor tangent aside regarding the way I feel about current day Disney. Again, absolutely pick these guys up if and when you're able to. Definitely excited for the new upcoming diecast for the Glow Racers, being the next gen vinyl 2-pay racer Will Rush, and also Cruz, and then also Fillmore with headset, much like Mater, based off the Cars 2 Pit Crew Fillmore, or Team 95 Fillmore with headset, again from Cars 2. And we are also said to be getting, obviously, Jackson Storm and Ramon, and we're also going to be getting Jackson's crew chief, Ray Rubberham, maybe Loris Spinwell, and then I think we'll also get some other Glow Racers like Rich Mixon, Aaron Clocker, aka Revolting, Rich Mixon is Tanko, and a few others. But yeah, again, Love Life Versus to Death. I hate the fact that I couldn't get this out for Halloween because that would have been perfect. But I'm getting it out now, so better late than never. And again, do not forget, in honor of Jesse Ridgway, aka McJuggernuggets, to keep it rigid.